configuration. It's not a flat surface. So the water table then is the top of the zone of saturation. All wells must go well below the water table to ensure a constant supply of water. Okay, extracting water from the water table obviously requires some type of a well. And there are a whole series of ways you can get to the water table. But we'll just simply drill a straightforward, nice, easy well. You begin extracting water from it. You have to pump it out. You have to create a vacuum to pump it out. So as you begin to pump out water from the water table, we'll note around the well, the water table collapses. This is referred to as a cone of depression. You're sucking it out. Prime example, go down to McDonald's, buy a shake, start sucking away, and pretty soon you go, but you still have lots of stuff left. You've created a cone of depression around that straw. Same thing happens in the water table. It's all the way around, not just two-dimensional like this, but all the way around. You have this cone. Water is moving into or toward this cone of depression. So we reduce the pressure here, so consequently water under pressure there and here and all the way will flow toward this cone of depression. It's a constant fight between you and the zone of saturation to see if you can suck this dry. Well, typically you can't, you don't want to. But anyway, water will flow always toward areas of lower pressure below the surface. So in this case, you reduce the pressure there, water is going to flow into that to try and fill it. The net effect is, obviously, water tables will drop, depending on how much water you've taken out. There are areas in the U.S. where water tables since the 1950s have dropped over 100 feet. The water zone of saturation is a couple of 100 feet thick. Well, if they've taken out half, they haven't got much longer to go, and they've got the other half gone. They'll be high and dry and really suffering significantly. This zone of saturation is embedded in either a rock unit or sediment. That rock unit or sediment that maintains the water supply is referred to as the aquifer. Good aquifers are things like sandstone, conglomerate, sand and gravel. Poor aquifers would be limestones of various types, shales, granites, quartzites, all of those are poor aquifers. Precipitation literally is the only form of recharge for the water table throughout the world. So if you're taking out more than being recharged as a net effect deficit, water table becomes depressed. And again, we've seen this worldwide. Okay, we have Reese, who has built a house here, and she's setting up household there. And we'll have Patrick moving in next door. Patrick's got a huge family. Got 17 children. They're all running all over the place. So obviously he's going to need a huge source of water. So he drills a well, makes it a big well, and then he decides, well, he's going to add horses to this, and cows, and a few chickens and pigs as well to feed this family, and he begins extracting water. Initially, his cone of depression not going to cause maybe a whole lot of problems, but as he continues to extract, you notice what happens. You can deplete your neighbor's water supply. The only option open to Reese is to drill deeper and hopefully be able to outspend him. The 17 kids, odds are you will be able to. So depletion of groundwater is a really significant concern in what's referred to as the high plains, the Great Plains. Western Kansas, western Nebraska, Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, Colorado. The area that was known as the Dust Bowl in the 1930s. They have revitalized their agriculture by irrigation. They're using subsurface water supplies. This is where, this is where they are literally extracting water out of tens of feet per year. There are areas already that are high and dry. And the problem with the High Plains aquifer is it's an aquifer that was filled up during the Ice Age, when the weather conditions were different. To the west of the High Plains region are the Rockies. Up against the Rockies are a series of sedimentary units. Shale is a crummy aquifer. In fact, it literally traps water below it or on top of it. So here's Farmer Jones. Wants water. Initially, he can obtain enough water from above the shale. There's enough of an aquifer here that you can obtain the water. Runs out of that, he has to go down to this zone. Now this zone is being recharged only at that point. And literally right now, for every 10 units taken out, less than 1 unit is being put back as recharge. But they've got a plan. They've got a plan. They're going to tap the Great Lakes, pipe that water in, and move it into this area. Anybody remember Lee Sherman Dreyfus as governor? Oh, okay. Lee Sherman Dreyfus was governor. He was Joseph Chancellor at Stevens Point. He had a great plan. He said, great, we'll be more than happy to do it. We'll send them all the fluids they want. It will be marked old style, Schlitz, Pabst, you name it. But we're not giving them free water. They don't send free gas and oil to Wisconsin. They don't get free water from us. With that happy note, see you next week.